Hey, Shalom. First, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hope elect the house of David. Let's get into this. This is gonna be a land back off my other video. Him first, and then the rest. This is gonna be a land back over that video. Because people put the rest first. People put the strength of this world first. The love of this world first, because they just make it plain and simple. They love this world, They put their now it's not wrong trying to achieve, try to make something better for yourself, There's nothing wrong with trying to make something better for yourself, but when you make that your whole purpose, in life, you lose the plot, as they say. You lose the plot. You become something else, You start to, you become more willing to do things that you wouldn't have to achieve this. Then that scripture come to mind. What will a man, roughly paraphrasing, what would a man give for his only soul? And the chase is goal that you will have your eye on, that you put your hopes on, your hopes and dreams on, your salvation on, your mental strength on, your sanity on. What would you do? A lot of people, what you see, they'll sell out. Women, they'll become whores. These OnlyFans women, they become dancers, a different type of whore. Men, they'll begin to destroy their community by robbing, killing, and stealing from them, and so selling them drugs, selling them poison, so they can ruin themselves. And what it all stems from the love of money. And what the scripture says, the love of money is the root of all evil. Then the worst part, you begin to trust in it. You make that your salvation, your power, your backing. You trust in that more than you trust in Yahweh Shem Shai, because you did not pit them first. This is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5. Listen, thus said the Lord, cursed be the man that trusted in man and maketh flesh his arm, whose heart departed from the Lord. And you see a lot of that. They trust in these gang cultures. They trust in these celebrities, these these athletes, these movie stars, these rappers. They trust in them more than they trust in Yahweh Shem Shai. And they want to be in that same light. For example, we got old bruh who denounced the Hebrew Israelites. After it was found out he was a unicorn, that he was on that Brokeback Mountain breaking his back, you know. They said, "Curse be a man, curse be the man," and that's about to happen on a grand scale. All these people, they're about to be cursed. Why? Because they are about to make a choice. They're about to make a choice saying that they trust them in the man more than Yahweh Shemel Shai. Because this technology, it's gonna be the power of Esau Edom, that wicked man, that wicked man, and they gonna trust in him and get it, and they gonna be cursed. They gonna receive every plague that come with that, and that final plague is that nuclear destruction. Listen, this is Psalms. Let me get it. (118) verse 8. Listen. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in a man. It is better to trust in the Lord than put confidence in princes. Because a man, he can uplift you. But there's gonna be a cost. But also anything can happen. He can get sick. And die, and I'll go to nothing. You can get sick and you be able to do nothing, even though you got it. Paying confidence in this system is only gonna lead to failure. It's only gonna lead to failure because what? People put constant confidence in this dollar. People put confidence in this system, and what? It's gonna crash. It's gonna betray them. Like look at the black woman today. The Negro woman, the so-called Negro woman in America. Look, they trust in this system, but now it's coming back to to mess them up. And it's gonna get worse. But yeah, even after all this, you're gonna have those that trust in this system and receive that mark. They're gonna trust in this system, receive that mark. But we seeing a turnaround for those that put confidence in the princess and confidence in confidence in man instead of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Because those that do that will be destroyed. Let's get that. Listen, this is a oldie but goodie. A oldie but goodie. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Listen, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh Shemel Shai. You see, he said, whoa. What means? Destruction. That's what's going to happen We're going to see these people receive that stuff, and we're going to see their end. We're going to see the plagues that come with it. You know, we're gonna see these people be betrayed. We already seen it all form of it when 19 and his crew was walking around in these streets. You know, everybody decided to get jabbed, and they had them you know, side effects. Then it comes out that they saying don't even know why you had to do all that. Standing so far apart. You know, I'm trying to say it that way so you know my videos don't get hit. So you gotta stand so far apart, wearing all those masks and stuff like that. You know? People who had got jabbed up, they for some reason constantly still getting getting jumped by 19 of them. You know? And that's crazy. But that's because they trust in this Egypt. They trust in Egypt for help. And it's gonna happen again on a grander scale. And we're gonna see these people fall. But those that trust in Yahweh Shema Shah, we will see them prosper. We will see them prosper, man. You know? So with that, I hope you was edified. Again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the whole elect, the house of David. Until next time, Yahweh willing, Shalom.